Hollywood has seen many stars rise and fall, but few had the charm, talent, and wit of Suzanne Pleshette. She was more than just a beautiful actress. She was a force to be reckoned with, stealing scenes with her sultry voice and captivating presence. From Broadway to Hollywood, she left an indelible mark on the industry. But behind the glamour, Suzanne's life was filled with love, loss, and a heartbreaking battle with illness. Today we take a closer look at the life and tragic ending of Suzanne Pleshette. Suzanne Pleshette was born on January 31st, 1937 in Brooklyn, New York, into a world deeply connected to entertainment. Her father, Eugene Pleshette, was a prominent television network executive, while her mother, Geraldine, worked as a dancer and artist. Growing up in a household filled with creativity, it was only natural that Suzanne would find her calling in the arts. She attended the famed Manhattan High School of Performing Arts, where she honed her craft alongside other aspiring actors. But Suzanne wasn't just another pretty face with dreams of Hollywood, she had raw talent. Determined to refine her skills, she studied at the prestigious Neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater, where she trained under the legendary acting coach Sanford Meisner. It was there that she learned the power of subtlety and authenticity, skills that would make her a stand-up performer for decades to come. Before conquering Hollywood, Suzanne made her mark on Broadway. She debuted on The Great White Way in 1957 in Compulsion, a play based on the infamous Leopold and Loeb murder case. The stage became her proving ground, allowing her to showcase her dramatic range and magnetic presence. She continued to impress theater audiences with roles in productions like The Cold Wind and the Warm and The Golden Fleecing. Her deep, smoky voice and sharp wit set her apart, and soon, Hollywood came calling. Suzanne's big screen career began with The Geisha Boy in 1958, a comedy starring Jerry Lewis, but it wasn't long before she proved she could do more than just lighthearted roles. Her breakthrough came in 1962's Rome Adventure, where she starred opposite Troy Donahue. The film was a hit, and Suzanne's on-screen chemistry with Donahue was undeniable. Then came one of the most iconic roles of her career, Annie Hayworth in Alfred Hitchcock's classic thriller, The Birds, 1963. Starring alongside Tippi Hedren and Rod Taylor, Suzanne played a schoolteacher caught in the chaos of a mysterious bird attack. Her performance was so memorable that even though she wasn't the film's lead, she left an everlasting impression on audiences. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, Suzanne starred in a variety of films, effortlessly transitioning between romance, comedy, and drama. Some of her notable works included A Rage to Live, Young Blood Hawk, and Support Your Local Gunfighter. While Suzanne had a thriving film career, it was television that truly cemented her place in pop culture history. In 1972, she landed the role that would define her career, Emily Hartley, the intelligent, witty, and endlessly charming wife of Bob Newhart's character on The Bob Newhart Show. But Emily wasn't just another sitcom wife of the era, far from it. While many TV wives were relegated to the background supporting their husbands' antics, Suzanne's Emily was different. She was sharp, independent, and often had the upper hand in conversations. Her dry humor and quick wit made her not just Bob's equal, but in many ways, the one keeping everything together. Suzanne's chemistry with Bob Newhart was electric, a perfect blend of deadpan delivery and warm affection. Their on-screen relationship felt real, natural, and most importantly, funny. Audiences loved the dynamic between the two, and the show became one of the most beloved sitcoms of its era. Suzanne's performance was so outstanding that she earned 2 Primetime Emmy nominations for her role. Proof that she was far more than just a pretty face. She was a comedic powerhouse who could hold her own alongside one of television's greatest comedians. But her impact went beyond just laughs. Emily Hartley became an aspirational character, a modern working woman with a strong sense of self. She wasn't just the wife, she was a fully realized character, a partner, and a role model for many women watching at home. Even decades later, The Bob Newhart Show remains a classic, and much of that is thanks to Suzanne's unforgettable presence. But while Emily Hartley may have been her signature role, Suzanne wasn't done making television history just yet. As the years went on, Suzanne continued to work in television, making guest appearances in hit shows like Columbo and Will and Grace. But she also found a second career in voice acting. Her distinctive husky voice made her perfect for animated roles. She voiced Zira in The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride and played the grandmother in Hayao Miyazaki's masterpiece Spirited Away 2001. Even as she aged, Suzanne remained as captivating as ever. She reprised her role as Emily Hartley for a hilarious twist in the final episode of Newhart in 1990 in what is still considered one of the best TV finales of all time. Her first marriage was to fellow actor and 1960s heartthrob Troy Donahue. The two had starred together in Rome Adventure in 1962, and their on-screen chemistry led to a real-life romance. In 1964, they tied the knot in what many thought was a fairy tale union. But Like many Hollywood romances, it was short-lived. The marriage lasted only 8 months before ending in divorce. Though brief, their relationship remained a fascinating footnote in classic Hollywood history. Suzanne later found lasting love outside the entertainment industry. In 1968, she married Texas oilman Tom Gallagher, a relationship that would bring her the stability she had longed for. For nearly 32 years, they built a life together, one of quiet devotion and deep respect. Tragically, Gallagher passed away in 2000, leaving Suzanne widowed after more than 3 decades of marriage. But fate had one more love story in store for her. In 2001, Suzanne reunited with an old friend, actor Tom Poston. The two had met in the 1950s when they were both up-and-coming performers in New York, but life had taken them on separate paths. Decades later, after both had lost their longtime spouses, they reconnected and discovered that their friendship had always been something more. Their love story was one of Hollywood's sweetest, two old friends who finally realized they were meant to be. In a whirlwind romance, they married in 2001. Proving that true love has no timeline. Together, they shared 6 years filled with laughter, companionship, and an unbreakable bond. Sadly, in 2007, Tom Poston passed away, leaving Suzanne heartbroken once again. His death was a devastating loss, but she faced it with the same grace and strength that had defined her life. Though she had experienced incredible highs and painful losses, Suzanne remained resilient. A woman who loved deeply and lived fully. Her personal life, like her career, was a testament to passion, perseverance, and the belief that love, no matter when it comes, is always worth embracing. In 2006, Suzanne Pleshette was diagnosed with lung cancer. A longtime smoker, the disease was a cruel twist of fate for someone so full of life. Despite undergoing treatment, including chemotherapy, she continued to make public appearances, determined to maintain her strength and dignity. Her final public appearance was in 2007 when she attended the unveiling of her Hollywood Walk of Fame star. Though she was in a wheelchair and visibly frail, she beamed with pride as friends and fans honored her legacy. On January 19, 2008, just days before her 71st birthday, Suzanne Pleshette passed away at her Los Angeles home due to respiratory failure. It was the end of an era, and Hollywood mourned the loss of a true legend. Suzanne Pleshette left behind a legacy that few can match. She was bold, talented, and fiercely independent, a woman who navigated Hollywood on her own terms. From her unforgettable roles in film and television to her sharp wit and undeniable charm, she was truly one of a kind. Her Hollywood Walk of Fame star, unveiled on what would have been her 71st birthday, serves as a permanent reminder of her contributions to the industry. But more than that, her performances continue to inspire new generations of actors and audiences alike. Suzanne Pleshette's life was one of triumph and challenges, laughter and tears, love and loss. She may be gone, but her legacy lives on in the hearts of those who watched her shine on screen. Thank you for joining us in remembering Suzanne Pleshette. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories about Hollywood's greatest legend. Let us know in the comments what was your favorite Suzanne Pleshette performance. Until next time, take care.